You know what I found helpful for loosening old fittings or crusty, rusty bolts on all the old cars that I got? It is a combination of some form of penetrating oil, which this isn't the best. I've seen, better results out of Kroil or PB Blaster, but this is what I have for now. And another unlikely thing is electronics duster. You're like, how is that going to help? Well, it's got refrigerant in there, and if you turn it upside down and spray it on whatever you've got, like a bolt or a fitting, it cools it down to sub-zero temperatures and causes the metal to shrink, busting or any corrosion that might be on there. And another thing that I also use is heat. A combination of the two, along with penetrating oil, usually gets anything I need unstuck. I'll freeze it, and then I'll heat it up. Then I'll work it back and forth with a wrench. Then if that doesn't work, freeze it again. A little bit of heat, and a little bit of penetrating oil. Combination of the three usually gets everything done. Usually gets the bolt loose where I can take it out without breaking it off, or fittings. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about my solution to rusty bolts and rusty fittings. It seems to work out for me. A combination of the three works out great. Anyway, y'all always make sure y'all are careful with open flames and refrigerant. It's not something you need to be playing around with. You need to be careful, especially around brake lines or fuel lines or anything like that, because if you may know, brake fluid is flammable, and so is anything else like gasoline or transmission fluid or power steering fluid. It's all flammable. So make sure you're careful when you're using heat, and make sure you're careful when you're using that air duster upside down to freeze fittings, or bolts, because you don't really want to get that shit on your skin. Anyway, see y'all guys later on Mean Street Mopar. Make sure y'all comment and tell me what you think. Later.